Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, October the 4th, 2012, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary. Want to first start off by taking a look to see how the indices closed today here. The Dow Jones closed up 80.75, the Nasdaq closed up 14.23, S&P 500 closed up 10.41 points. Strongest index across the board was the S&P 500, up 0.72%. The financial sector was pretty strong. Some of the technology stocks were pretty strong. Google made new highs. Energy sector was up today. So a lot of things going on, and we have the job numbers tomorrow, and a lot of people are expecting the job numbers to be good for the fact that the charts are setting up back to the top side. So as long as we don't get a surprise for the jobs number, I think that we will continue to the top side. Let's go ahead and dive into this ES daily chart here, showing you guys why. First of all, we've been highlighting the fact that we had this nice little high base tight channel that failed last week Tuesday. All right, that's when we were shorting the Apple and shorting a whole bunch of other stocks. All right, came right back down, caught some support right in the support area. Highlighted the fact that if we get back above this 1445 area, which we were using as a key inflection point in the chat room. Again, if you have not been to the chat room, it is mywallstreettv.com. Password to log in is SMART, S-M-A-R-T, lowercase. In any case, back to what I was talking about right here. We have the upward channel, this high base channel that was forming, that broke down. And we caught some support down here on the 1425 on the ES, right off this little other 50% lower channel that we have down here. And so far, the fact that we were able to break right back above this little channel that we were trading before we broke down, all right, you can see that a lot of people are trapped to the short side. All right, so unless we go back below 1440, which was this little trap action for this little high base channel, again, that broke down, we're probably most likely in good shape to continue higher. And now we're also back at the top of this little channel line right here, okay, that we were having trouble trading above before. All right, so now next thing all I'm worried about is if we can get above this, let's see here, we can get above, say, this 1462 or so, we should be off to the races, back up towards the highs of 1468. Tomorrow is definitely a big day. Let me take off the channel to just put the regular price action on the chart here, hide all drawings, bring back the studies. And even then, you can see, obviously we're still this nice little uptrend from off this little dip that we had right here. Where buyers definitely came in and supported those levels. And higher we go. If you want to draw a nice little upward channel, a steeper upward channel, you can even put that in if you want. And that forecast that the ES could be up here towards 1500 or so if you continue going higher. So a lot of stuff taking place. One thing that I do see, though, is that the Russell 2000 is not participating. It's kind of lagging behind, but that could change in the blink of an eye based off tomorrow's numbers. As you can see here, it does have this nice little downward bullish channel on it. As you guys know, these downward channels usually result to the top side 80% of the time. And check this out, the IWM has been trading in this range right here for, let's count now, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, call it 8 or call it half a session, 7 sessions. In this nice little consolidation range between 83.26 and 84.50. So this is definitely going to give you a trading opportunity. So make sure you watch the Russell 2000, whether it be it breaks to the top side and we get a confirmation close and we hold, we can start trading right back up, or whether we just get a break to the downside, which if the indices look like they're going to trade higher, the Russell will catch up to the Nasdaq and the S&P. So keep the TNA on watch, keep the IWM on watch, keep the Russell 2000 index, obviously, and watch, of course. That's what the main thing we're talking about here. So that's IW. I'm taking a look at the Qs, triple Qs, all right, are back above the 68, 64 level. We're trading above the highs of midweek when we got that buy. That we're trading above last Thursday's highs, which was the day where we had a nice little bounce where where we're going to try to buy the market back up. Then obviously, Friday we had some selling pressure. Then earlier through the week we've been having some selling pressure, but now we're retracing right back to the top side. Next target back on the Qs is up here towards $70, and then the support is still around the 68, 65 level if we were to go back down and chop around this area a little bit more. All right, let's take a look at the SPY since I didn't go over that yet, the S&P 500, but the ETF here. You can see, right, we're breaking this nice little downward channel you could draw on. Same thing if you look at the SPX, of course, breaking this nice little downward trend line. As long as we could hold above 145 going forward, I think we should be in good shape, and we can make a move back up towards 148, back up towards the highs. Again, tomorrow's job numbers is going to dictate, obviously, the next momentum move in the market. So that's how that's looking. Take a look at the GLD. Gold had a nice day today here. A lot of the miners were up. GLD up $1.20, breaking past this range. The chart that I've been showing to my followers that watch a weekend review that's out every Saturday. All right, if not Saturday, by Sunday. I've been showing this little chart on the GLD where we had this nice little downward channel break. Nice setup, respect to the 50% channel line right here for the past, May, June, July, and August was basically just consolidating, and then boom, nice breakout. Now we're at resistance around this 174, 175 area on the GLD. However, if this is a nice momentum move, we could start getting some nice traction to the top side, especially if the GLD breaks above 175.45. So let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil had a nice little bounce today. Let's check it out via the USO. USO, nice bounce today, up $1.33, 4.08%, and this looks to go higher, up maybe up towards these moving averages around here, around 34.57. A lot of energy stocks are starting to shape up again now. RRC, I've been talking about this one right here. It's starting to pick up some volume, starting to see some nice activity on the call options. Just, whenever I'm eyeing a stock I think is going to make a nice move to the top side because in a hot sector or because the chart looks nice, whatever the case may be, I start eyeing the call options on a daily basis before, so I can see, okay, what kind of gauge the momentum of the move that people are expecting in it being big money. So therefore, RSC looks good. The pattern's technically set up to the right side, to the upside, and this thing, as long as the stock keeps on cruising above the 8 EMA, this thing should get a nice little pop to the top side. And there's a lot of, I saw some buying going on the 72.5 call options. You can see 566 contracts were purchased today. So, somebody's expecting the stock to go to 72.50, and that does make sense because the top of the channel is up here. Natural gas stocks are moving pretty nice, or at least starting to catch some traction, and UNG has been moving up pretty nice. So that's just one idea. Again, we have Google's making new all-time highs here. All right, Amazon looks to go up to the top side again as well and catch up and make some new all-time highs here. All right, this looks pretty. Keep an eye on Amazon, guys, because the market breaks out. This is going to be a nice momentum stock to move to make a move back up here towards 264.11, which is about 4 points away. So some nice action going in there. Let me take a look at the call option on this one here. And there's a lot of heavy buying going on the 275, 280s, Novembers. And then we have some action on the front month right here on the 265 and 270 line. All right, and the stock is trading currently right now at 260. So there is some action going on the calls on the stock. The chart is technically set up to go to the top side, and it looks pretty good. So we'll see how this one plays out. I definitely have that one on watch. The airline sectors that we called out on Monday, that sector remains to look strong. Delta Airlines looks pretty good. Take a look at not Continental. They're not out of business. So they got bought out, whatever. Take a look at UAL. UAL, nice little pause day today. Let's take a look at ALK. ALK, nice little pause day today as well. And LCC, little pause day. So keep an eye on the sector. The sector still looks pretty decent. If they can hold this up move they had here in the past week, these stocks can make a nice move higher, back up towards the highs if they catch some traction. The transport sector starts to pick up a little bit. So that's really about it, guys. Definitely going to be watching to see what happens tomorrow. I hope you guys had a great trading day. I will have some good ideas for the chat room tomorrow morning. Again, we do have some stocks on watch, agriculture stocks, AGU. Definitely have to keep that on watch. In any case, here, have a great night. I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow in the chat room. The room will be open at 8 a.m., 30 minutes before the job numbers. Have a great night, guys.